specifically pi over 4 and pi over 6. Yeah. So as far as on the unit circle, like remember the unit circle is just created from triangles, right? So when we are looking at the, I'm trying to even remember. Well, I don't want to go too depth into this, but so I'm trying to think how I want to maybe switch to pi over 4. I think what would be more beneficial for the student would be just talking about like pi in terms of pi. So I'm actually going to change this way what I'm going to explain here. So let's talk about it again. Let's talk about this a different way. All right, so here's a circle, right? And so here's your radius. Okay. And then so one radian will be 1, 2, 3, right? Something like that. So 1 radian, 2 radians, 3 radians. And then you can see halfway around circle is pi, right? So halfway around circle is pi radians or 180 degrees, right? Which most of us are more familiar with. So when we're talking about radians in terms of pi over 4 or pi over 6, all we're simply doing is taking that, right? So if this is pi, then we can say that that's pi halves, right? Because typically counting radians by numbers is really not going to be that useful and very, very exact. But if you know here's pi and then here's pi halves, well, then we can break that up into 4 equal parts as well, right? So now we could say that's pi over 4, that's pi halves, that's 3 pi over 4, and that'd be pi. And we could do the same thing with pi over 6 or pi thirds, right? So you could break that up there, and then you could break it up into 6 equal parts, right? So then we have pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6, 4 pi over 6, 5 pi over 6, and 6 pi over 6, right? So 5, 6, oops, sorry, 1 from on there. So hopefully that kind of helps you out as far as understanding where those are. Now, as far as understanding the values from that, that's going to be, just remember, these are going to be your special right triangles, right? That's what makes up these angles here is your, if that's 45 degrees, it just has the hypotenuse as 1. So that'd be square root of 2 over 2, right? And that's square root of 2 over 2. And that's how we get the x and y coordinates of square root of 2 over 2 comma square root of 2 over 2 for that point right there, right? So that's where those points come from. It's the special right triangles just with a hypotenuse of 1. So not really sure whatever you needed, but hopefully that was beneficial from there.